On today's wrestling news, WWE is stacking the Netflix cut debut.
The original plans for Saturday night's main event have been revealed.
Is Goldberg's son going to WWE?
And Triple H said he's got a list a mile long of celebs who want to pop up at Mania 41.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the news time? My name is Phil Chambers and I'm joined by Gareth Morgan to talk all things wrestling news. But first up, WWE, I don't know if you know this, but they're going to Netflix. It's not been shouted about or anything for ages, so I thought I'd remind you guys. But yeah, they are after Netflix, and the Raw debut for Netflix, they are stacking that show. Now, not only are there going to be sort of big stars rumoured, like John Cena, obviously, like starting his sort of retirement year, and also The Rock is rumoured for the show. WrestleVotes came out with the news saying that the Women's Intercontinental Tournament Finals are going to be on that show. Just last night on SmackDown, Roman Reigns challenged Solo Sikoa to a tribal combat match that is going to be on that show to see who is the one and only tribal chief. Obviously, it's like no DQ, no one, everyone banned from ringside, and like no count out kind of rules, and whoever wins gets the Ulafala, and that's how the laws of tribes work. I don't know. But also, there was the rumor of CM Punk versus Seth Rollins going on this show as well. Now, this was originally rumored by Dr. Chris Featherston of Sportskeeda, but it has now been confirmed by PW Insider as well. So Seth versus Punk is going to be on that show, which is kind of stacking up to be a pay-per-view level WWE Raw to kick off their Netflix debut. And I mean, you can't think of a more important show to do all this on in terms of like trying to get eyes over to Netflix, sort of make a statement of what the WWE era on Netflix is going to be going forwards. And so yeah, why not go all out for it? It's going to be a hell of a show.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be 5 hours long at this point. It's yeah, they're just going to go for it, and like that's what you do really. If you want to make a big song and dance when you're moving over to a new, it used to be like a new network, but for this obviously it's a new streaming service, a new home, and it's a place where there's the potential there to get more eyes than ever before on your products. So of course, put every familiar name you can on there. For me, I feel like The Rock's probably going to rock up at some point in all this tribal, like, battle combat stuff, isn't it? Because we know in the past that there are rules saying, yeah, you can't have people show up and all the rest of it, but they still show up, don't they? So yeah, I think there'll be shenanigans, but they'll be great. It'll be insanity, and there is going to be that little window, isn't there? Because I believe the Royal Rumble's normally like end of January, but that's been pushed back, hasn't it? So this might be like
1st of Feb this year, so it's like a late one, but
yeah, a little bit. So it's like, it feels like
they're not doing day one or anything. So I guess like this is like the replacement of day one sort of thing.
Yeah, day 6. Yeah, it's
yeah.
It's not got the same ring to it, but I'm excited. Punk Rollins. If they were going to stretch that out for the first match to be at WrestleMania, it'd be a lot of like padding. I trust them. I think they would have been able to do something with it, but I think maybe even if this is just the first chapter, like they've done that before. I think like I don't know if my mind's playing tricks on me, but I believe like Seth and Drew might have had like a match or two before their WrestleMania one, but then they'd still managed to weave a story where you wanted to see that match at WrestleMania. So yeah, I think this will be great. I think it'll be fun. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a must-see show right at the start of the year. And speaking of must-see shows, we got a must-see show tonight. I always do this. I always forget what day it is. And we are on Saturday, and it's Saturday night's main event.
Saturday. The hint's in the name.
I don't. I'm just here, man. They just put me in front of a camera, and I just take a step, and it's Saturday. So we've got a plan here that was the original plan for Saturday night's main event. Obviously, a lot has changed after War Games because everyone died in War Games and destroyed the bodies. So the original plan for this show was to have the final match for Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed's program. They'd obviously just been destroying each other for weeks, and they were going to have that big blow off. But obviously, Reed destroyed his body jumping off the top of that huge cage. So Drew McIntyre was then brought back, and then after that, he's now kicked off this feud with Sami Zayn, and that's pretty much taken the place of that match really on the card. So it's going to be a hell of a match. Like, these two can work, and there's a lot of drama and anger, and yep, I'm ready for that, all the bad blood. And it also should be noted that, and this is all from PW Insider, I should just add here as well, this should also be noted that Roman Reigns was locally advertised for the event on the Nassau Coliseum website, but now their listing for the show has changed to what has been announced announced for the NBC broadcast, and that's with Roman no longer listed because he's not like booked for a match at this point. So yeah, that's one of the people that were advertised and now are not advertised. Another two are Seth Rollins and Bianca Belair, because they were being locally advertised for the event until this week, and now that's not happened. I believe Roman was also removed from the WWE.com talent listing for the show as well. So it feels like they massively loaded this like advertisement, put all the big stars on there, but then as plans have changed and things have like gone in different directions, they've just done what they do a lot, really. WWE sometimes will just put the big faces out there, and maybe some of them don't actually pop up, but you bought your ticket, now it's tough. That's kind of what happens sometimes. And it's also been confirmed now that Coco Beware and Tito Santana via their social media that they are going to be at the show. They've been booked for the show, so there's some legends returning as well. So Saturday night's main event, it's still shaping up to be a hell of a show, but all these people who were previously advertised, if you were expecting to see them at the show, obviously at this point you probably realise they're not going to be there.
Yeah. I still think they've done a great job with building to the show. Like you say, Drew versus Sammy's going to be great, like pure underdog Sami Zayn. And just Cody versus KO is just great. Everything about this program so far has been wonderful. Kevin Owens is on goddamn fire. And to just have the conversation of, is Kevin Owens going to win this? Like floating about is like it's just phenomenal work from both of them, to be fair. So I'm still very much looking forward to it.
It's crazy to think that, like, a couple of months ago it was just like, okay, Drew and Punk is just a shoe-in to be feud of the year. Yeah, that's it. It's done. Just finish the year off. It's fine. And then this feud has just come out of nowhere and just made everyone go, wait a minute. I think we've got a sleeper hit here. Where has this come from? So
it's great.
I'm so engaged. I'm so happy for it. I'm excited.
Great stuff. So yeah, very much looking forward to it. Just looking forward to see what the sort of setup looks like, and as well, like the graphics and the set, and like how they're going to make it stand out from normal Raw things. Very, very interested.
And the Winged Eagle title better be there, man. It better be there.
We shall see. But moving over, Goldberg's son. That's a segue, I guess. He is currently playing football for the University of Colorado as a freshman. But he was interviewed by Bill Apter on Sportskeeda's Wrestle Binge. And he was asked, has WWE reached out to you by any chance? And basically, he just said, oh yeah. Yes, sir. And that was about all he went into detail about this. He did say that he very much likes Triple H and that he's been very kind to him, and that he's got a good relationship going with him. So I don't see why WWE wouldn't reach out to Goldberg's son to see if they can get him into the NXT, into the Performance Center, and build from there. So yeah, don't be shocked if at some point down the line, when he's finished university, probably, we see Goldberg's son Gage appearing into the Performance Center to start, I don't know, Gageberg, well, whatever, probably call him something better.
No, he needs to be called Gageberg. Gageberg. Yeah, I think that right there is just the only way you're going to prolong Goldberg's career even longer, isn't it? Like, I could just see him just be like, yeah, I'm done. Actually, I want one more match with my baby boy. Like, I could see it. You could see it happening. But I think, like you said, this makes a lot of sense. Like, he looks like a unit, this kid. If he is, like, playing football and everything else, he sounds like he's probably quite the athlete. He's going a similar route to what his dad did. He doesn't have to, obviously. If he wants to do his own thing, he wants to follow the football career and do whatever, that's also amazing. But if that door's open, if he wants to walk through it, and we'll see. We'll have to see in the future. But speaking of like having to see in the future what's going to happen, we've got obviously a couple of months now until WrestleMania arrives, WrestleMania 41, and Triple H, we talk about Triple H again, he has been talking on the Roommate show with NBA star Jalen Brunson, who obviously made an appearance in WWE recently, and Josh Hart. So he was having a bit of a chat with them about all things WWE, like the social media aspects of WWE, and just like loads of different eras that Triple H had been involved with. And the first thing that he talked about was the resurgence of WWE right now, and saying that like the era that we're currently in, he said, I was a big part of the Attitude Era, but this is bigger than the Attitude Era was. It's amazing the amount of people on a weekly basis that we get to do cool stuff with, obviously celebrities and sports stars, all that kind of stuff. And then this led him to say, I've got a celebrity list a mile long for people who want to do something for WrestleMania in April in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. And we just don't have the real estate to do it with them. So we'll pick the biggest ones and the ones that make sense storyline-wise for us, and we'll do it with them. But it's incredible the amount of people that just want to be involved. So yeah, it sucks to be you if you ask to kind of be a part of WrestleMania. Triple H goes, Not quite big enough, sorry. Yeah, that's just not going to work for us, brother. It's amazing looking at where WWE are right now in terms of like where they stand in the culture. Like it's a place where a lot of people do just want to be a part of it. It's if you pop your face up on WWE, you know now you're going to be seen by a lot of people. It's great to obviously promote your own stuff going on, but at the same time, a lot of people seem to be fans of what is going on with WWE. It's not just this vehicle that you can just get on just to kind of sing about what you want to talk about. People actually do want to be involved with the characters, with the stories. So I think this can only be a good thing because it's WWE just crossing over into the general popularity and all the rest of it. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets turned down come WrestleMania season.
It's ridiculous, like in terms, like if you're comparing the two between like now and the Attitude Era, like obviously TV ratings will never be what they were in the Attitude Era, but because TV isn't that anymore, no one does ratings like they did back then. So like the TV popularity is less, but like in terms of like global brand recognition, in terms of like acceptance within the mainstream, obviously the sort of the gates they're doing now are sort of just as big as the Attitude Era, except they're doing all of these stadium shows on top of this as well. Like everything is massive right now, and yeah, it makes sense for people to want to be involved. Why the hell not? If I was famous, I'd be sending a quick message over to Paul, going, "Hey Paul, can I be on WrestleMania, please?"
Like when you're having little like shorts and clips of Roman Reigns and CM Punk just like messing around in a cage together, hitting millions and millions of views on Instagram, it's like, yes, this makes sense. I'd like to be attached to this. Thank you very much.
It is firmly back in the mainstream, where it should be. God damn it! It's great stuff. All round. WWE, well done.
Yeah,
that's my review.
Doing well.
You're doing all right.
You've got the Phil seal of approval right there. 5 stars. There you go.
That's what they've been waiting for all this time.
You've got it now. You'll get booked for WrestleMania now.
Definitely not. But what else? Go to whatculture.com/shop or just click on the products below this video to buy yourself some merch. All new and exciting. Delivery still available for Christmas, so either buy yourself a Christmas present, screw everyone else, buy it for yourself.
Yeah, love yourself, treat yourself.
Treat yourself. And follow us over on the social medias at Fill My Chambers,
at gmorgan04 on X for me, and then at Gareth Morgram Instagram. And then if you want to follow your fitness dreams, then follow at fitness.focus.gm on Instagram as well, because I'm a personal trainer and I want to personally train you and make you achieve your dreams.
Get personally trained
by me.
Have yourselves a bloody good day.
There you go.